What's up, guys? It's your bro, it's your bro Richie here again. Today in this video, I'm back with another Fast and Furious car video for y'all. And today in this video, I'm still sticking with the cars from Fury 7. And today in this video, I'll be talking to you all about my dream rally car from the franchise. And today in this video, I'll be talking to you all about the 2012 or 2012 Subaru Impreza WRX STI GH. So this is one of those cars that were not really like most modified, because like they're lightly modified really, because it was like only a few like bits and pieces to it, and that's just pretty much it, and like how it goes really. And that car didn't really get much screen time as we would have thought, but oh well. But yeah, that's how it really goes. Not so much we can do about that or say about it. But it's still a good car. There we go. Okay, so it's charging now. Perfect. 10%. Well, 20 actually. God lord. I didn't charge it last time. Oh my god. Okay, because the charger's a little bit faulty, but well. Anyways. So before I start, make sure you guys all like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you learn when I make pretty uploads. Okay, last thing before I start. Okay, let's talk properly. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get started. So the 2012 Subaru Impreza WRX STI. Excuse me. 2012 Subaru Impreza WRX STI GH from Fury 7 2015. Here we go. So the 2012 STI GH is a major car driven by Brian O'Connor, played by Paul Walker. May rest in peace. There we go. So driven by Brian O'Connor, played by Paul Walker. May rest in peace. So driven by Brian O'Connor, played by Paul Walker. May rest in peace. In Fury 7 2015. Overviews next, so let's do it. So overviews next, so let's do it. So manufacturers by FHI, Fuji Heavy Industries. Fuji Heavy Industries. The make was obviously Subaru. Models Impreza WRX STI GH. Production years 2012. Model status in production. This is good. Body and chassis next. For the class, the note says it's a four-door sedan, but that was seen in the garage. But that was a 2011 STI. Whereas this one is a hatchback. It was a four-door compact car. But still pretty cool. Sedan and hatch, they wouldn't really matter, but it's still pretty cool. Character was next. The driver was Brian O'Connor. Brian O'Connor, played by Paul Walker. God rest his soul, may rest in peace. There we go. Say may rest in peace. Say driver was Brian O'Connor, played by Paul Walker. So played by Paul Walker, may rest in peace. Say may rest in peace. The use is for pursuit. So for pursuit, status was damaged. but it was also destroyed because it crashed into a rocky mountain. So crashed into like crashed into like a rocky area and whatnot. Status was damaged. Phillips was obviously from Furious 7 2015. Similar cars to that was the same Subaru STI GH, but from 2009, from Fast Forward 2009, and the 2015 STI. So the 2015 STI from Definitive Furious or Fast 8 2017. Okay, so the 2012 Subaru Impreza WRX STI GH GH is a major car driven by Brian O'Connor, played by Paul Walker in Furious 7, played by Paul Walker in Furious 7 2015. Okay, next up, history. So Furious 7. So there's not much on there, but let's do it. So, Furious 7 2015. During the operation to rescue Ramsey, played by Nathalie Emmanuel. So Nathalie Emmanuel from Mozechikane, played by Digimon Homtsu. I still can't pronounce it correctly. Brian, played by Paul Walker, may rest in peace. Drives the 2012 STI GH in order to access the road in the Caucasus Mountains. With a little bit of history about this, it's a mountain system in Eurasia, in Eurasia, between both the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea in the Caucasus region. The Caucasus Mountains include the Greater Caucasus Range, extending from the from the Caucasian Natural Reserve, or CNR, in the vicinity of Sochi. Largest resort city in Russia. The mountains, so in the vicinity of Sochi, in Russia, on the northeastern shore of the Black Sea near Ukraine, aligned west-north to east-southeast, not north, west-north, sorry, aligned west-northwest to east-southeast, or reaching nearly to Baku on the Caspian Sea. So, in the largest city and the capital of Baku, Azerbaijan. It is also the largest city on the Caspian Sea and in the Caucasus region. It's 28 meters, 92 feet below sea level, which makes it the lowest lying national capital in the world, and also the largest city in the world below sea level. And it lies on the southern shore of Absheron Peninsula, on the Bay of Baku. Baku's urban, there's a little history about this. Its urban population was estimated at 2 million people as of 2009. So around 16 years ago. We're getting up to 17, because we're getting close to the end of 2025 and start 2026 very soon. And also, my birthday's coming up in a month. Wish me happy birthday in a month's time. Turning 20 this year. Can't wait for that. So, Baku's urban population is estimated at 2 million people as of 2009. It's the primary city, or primate city of Azerbaijan. It's the sole metropolis in the country. And about 25% of all inhabitants of the country live in Baku's metropolitan area. So, and about 25% of all inhabitants of the country live in Baku's metropolitan area. So, in the vicinity of Sochi, in the vicinity of Sochi on the northeastern shore of the Black Sea. So northeastern shore of the Black Sea, aligned west northwest to east southeast, and reaching nearly to Baku on the Caspian Sea, and the Lesser Caucasus, which runs parallel to the Greater Range at a distance averaging about 100 kilometers south. I think that's over maybe less than 50 miles or something like that, maybe 40, 45. I don't know. Anyways, so during the operation, so back to Fury 7 with a Subaru STI, obviously. So 2012 Subaru STI. During the operation to rescue Ramsey. So to rescue Ramsey, from Mozambique, obviously. Brian drives the 2012 STI GH. In order to access the road in the Caucasus Mountains, Brian drives the car out of the back of a C-130 of a Lockheed C-130 Hercules, American four-motor turboprop military transport aircraft, both designed and built by Lockheed, now known as Lockheed Martin, capable of using unprepared runways for both takeoffs and landings. The C-130s, originally designed as a troop medevac and cargo transport aircraft, or CTA for short. It's a cargo transport aircraft. The versatile airframe, a little bit about this actually. The versatile airframe has found uses in other roles, including as a gunship known as the AC-130 for airborne assault, search and rescue. So a gunship, AC-130. So for airborne assault, search and rescue. Scientific research support, weather reconnaissance, aerial refueling, maritime patrol, and aerial firefighting. It's now the main tactical air fighter for many military forces worldwide. More than 40 variants are the Hercules, including civilian versions marketed as the Lockheed. So including civilian versions marketed as the Lockheed L-100, operate in more than 60 nations. A little bit more about this, and I'll still move on to the car. The C-130 entered service with the U.S. in 19. So the C-130 entered service with the U.S. So the C-130 entered service with the U.S. in 1956, followed by Australia and many other nations. During its years of service, the Hercules has participated in numerous military, civilian, and humanitarian aid operations. In 2007, the transport became the fifth aircraft to mark 50 years of continuous service, so 5 decades of continuous service with its original primary customer, which for the C-130 is the USAF, United States Air Force, or the U.S. Air Force. The C-130 is the longest continuously produced military aircraft, having achieved 70 years, so 7 decades of production in 2024 last year. Not sure about this year, 2025 and 2026, but oh well, never know. Anyways, back to the Subaru. So, during the operation to rescue Ramsey, played by Nathalie Emmanuel from Mozambique, during the operation to rescue Ramsey from Mozambique, played by both Nathalie Emmanuel and Digimon Honsu. Brian, played by Paul Walker. So Brian, played by Paul Walker, may rest in peace, drives the 2012 Subaru STI GH. In order to access the road in the Caucasus Mountains in Azerbaijan, Brian drives the car out of the back of the Lockheed C-130 Hercules C-130 Hercules cargo plane, provided by Mr. Nobody, played by Kurt Russell. The Subaru, after dropping to a certain level, is guided by parachute down onto the road, where both Brian and Tej Parker, played by both Paul Walker and Chris Ludacris Bridges, take the lead and take the lead and pursue the armored transport that has Ramsey held captive inside. The Subaru sustains damage from the armored transport's turrets in the process of rescuing Ramsey. And is eventually abandoned. Abandoned by Brian after the cars used as a launching point to gain access to the armored transport, following the destruction of its back. After that, like, the Subaru was just completely destroyed. Completely destroyed after it just veered to the left and crashed into like a rocky steep hill, kind of like an incline almost. But I don't know how to properly say it. But yeah, that's what happened. All right, next up, specifications. So sorry it's taking a little bit too long with all what's going on with this. So next up, specifications. That's pretty much simple. The 2012 STI GH features a blue paint scheme, pretty cool, with a silver secondary area split by a black strip or stripe. The car appears with a carbon fiber hood and rear wing. So carbon fiber hood and rear wing with black wheels. Not sure what the wheels were, but I don't know. Internally, the car features a black roll cage and sparkle seats. The roof has hooking holes installed, as well as a window for the development of a parachute. Last up is trivia. I think last part. Yeah, last up is trivia, and I'll end it there. But before I end it there, I just gotta find out what were the wheels. Just gotta find out what wheels they were. Yeah, I ain't got a clue actually what wheels they are. I mean, they look cool, but I don't know. I mean, they kind of look like A.K.A. wheels. I don't know. Like, I'm not so sure like what wheels they are, but from what I think they're kind of like A.K.A. wheels. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I ain't got a clue what wheels those are, but yeah. Yeah, I ain't got a clue in the world. Yeah. So not 100% sure what wheels they are, but yeah, I ain't got a clue in the world what wheels they are, but yeah, not too sure. Anyways, so oh, Christ, I completely forgot where I was now. I'll just do specifications. So the 2012 Subaru STI GH features a blue paint scheme with a silver secondary area split by a black strip, whatever you want to call it. The car appears with a carbon fiber hood and rear wing, along with black wheels. Not sure what wheels they are. I did trying to do some research on what wheels they are, but no clue at all. It doesn't say what wheels they are, but my opinion, I am guessing they look like N-key wheels. I'm not too sure, but that's what I kind of think. I don't know. So the car appears with a carbon fiber hood and rear wing, along with black wheels. Internally the car features a black roll cage. The roof has hooking holes installed, as well as a window for the development of a parachute. The car also had like sparkle racing seats. And as for the seatbelts, I'm not 100% sure, but my opinion, I think they are A.K.A seatbelts. I'm not 100% sure. Yep, I ain't got a clue in the world at all. Yeah, not too sure. And a little bit of an Easter egg I just realized. The car had STI calipers to it. Pretty cool. I've been seeing that and I've not noticed. Been seeing this movie for years and I've not noticed that little detail. Huh. Unbelievable. But anyways, say the car appears with a carbon fiber hood and rear wing along. So the car appears with a carbon fiber hood and rear wing along with black wheels. Internally, the car features a black roll cage. The roof has hooking holes installed, as well as a window for the development of a parachute. And it even had Sparko seats, Sparko racing seats, and had Continental written on the windshield. And even had a Continental sunstrip on the windshield. It's pretty cool. Alright, last up was trivia, and I'll end it there. The STIs were donations given to Universal Studios by Subaru. 7 cars, so 7 were given, so 7 in total were given, so were used. And out of all of them, only 1 actually did survive. Past the production of the film. Brian's Subaru is the least modified car in this operation, being the only car not modified being the only car not modified to rally rate spec. So not modified to rally rate spec. In other words, it wasn't modified for like proper WRC rallying and whatnot like it would have. So they wouldn't go crazy with this. So not modified to rally rate spec. Alright, last up, and I'll end it there. The Furious 720, it says 2014, but it's actually 2012. Subaru STI now resides. The Furious 7 STI. So the Furious 7 2012 STI now resides in the Volvo cars, so in VAM, Volvo or VCAM, Volvo cars automotive, Volocars Automotive Museum, and is owned by Brian and is owned by Brian. Hold on. It is owned by Brian Grams. Excuse me. And is owned by Brian Grams. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the Subaru. Sorry it's taking so long. Still a bit tired. And yeah, I haven't been doing it for quite a while now, so I briefly apologize. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the Subaru. So if you guys liked this video, like, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification bell. So hit the notification bell and hit all, so you'll notice when I make any uploads. Okay, so that'll be it. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. But until then, stay safe, have a great morning, and also have a great day as well. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So take care, folks. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.